Hello guys! Today I thought I would do a video on the many embarrassing things that seem to happen in my life. I was thinking the other day about quite how many embarrassing things seem to happen to me and embarrassing things that I seem to do and situations that I seem to get myself into. I don't know what it is about me, but I seem to be very good at embarrassing myself, and I'm very easily embarrassed as well, which really doesn't help. I was walking out of the sixth form block one day and just in front of me was one of my best friends facing the other way and talking to someone else, and I ran up behind her, I grabbed her and I spun around in the air, but the awkward moment came when I realised it wasn't actually my friend. Yeah, it was not the best situation, I have to say. She had no idea who I was, I'd never seen her before, and she was like so scared that I'd just gone up and grabbed her. I don't know what she thought I was doing. I was just so apologetic and just trying to walk away as fast as I can because I just felt awful. It was so embarrassing. Another embarrassing thing that happened to me relatively recently was when I went to the dentist. Before I go to the dentist, I always brush my teeth first, but on this one occasion I'd forgot to. So I nipped into a supermarket on my way to buy a toothbrush and toothpaste so I could brush my teeth in the toilets at the dentist. So I arrived at the dentist and it turned out that I had been given the wrong time for my appointment. So I was actually running about 5 minutes late, which I didn't realise, but I still had to go and brush my teeth first, so I was going to be even more late. So I said I had to go to the toilet, which was fine, they were perfectly happy to wait, and so I quickly rushed to the toilet so that I could brush my teeth. So I was in a bit of a stress and a flap because I knew I had to be quick. Brushed my teeth, absolutely fine, bent down to spit the toothpaste out into the sink, and I heard this really loud drilling noise, and I thought, oh god, someone's having some really bad work done, because it sounded like a drilling machine, someone having something done to their teeth. This noise kind of kept happening, and every time I bent down to the sink I heard this noise and I thought, my god, someone is really having something major work done, and it didn't even cross my mind that it could be anything else. It turned out it wasn't actually someone having major work done to their teeth, but in fact there was an automatic hand wash dispenser above the sink. So every time I had bent down to spit out toothpaste or to rinse my mouth, the automatic hand wash dispenser had poured a massive dollop of pre-foamed hand wash onto the back of my head, and my whole head here was just covered in this foamy hand wash. So I had to wash my hair in this tiny little sink that they had in the toilets, meanwhile still trying to be really fast because the dentist was waiting for me. So I was washing my hair, trying to get all the soap out. It made it even more frothy. I was scraping all this soap out of my hair and had my head stuck in this tiny little sink like this, trying to get all the soap out, and eventually I did. Then I looked around and it turned out there's no paper towels, there's no hand dryer, so I ended up having to dry my hair with loo roll. Just meant I had loads of tiny little white bits left in my hair from where it got soggy, which meant it looked like I had extraordinarily bad dandruff as well as really greasy wet hair. And in the rush and the flap I ended up leaving my new toothbrush and toothpaste that I'd bought in the bathroom. Being at uni, especially during freshers, there are lots of parties and loads of things going on where you kind of go out clubbing in the evening and drinking, all the rest of it, which is really good fun. We were out clubbing and I've been dancing with this one girl for quite a while, and you know, we've been having a good time. We were doing what you do when you're in a club with a girl, you know, and then out of absolutely nowhere her boyfriend came over to kind of get her back off of me, which was the most awkward and awful thing ever. I felt so bad. Thankfully it didn't end up in any kind of fight because he was too drunk to realise what was actually kind of had been happening. So he kind of just came over and just kind of grabbed her off of me, and just they both walked away to the bar, and I was just kind of left with my friends like, oh my god. I was also kind of glad because I would totally have understood if he just came over and punched me in the face, so I'm glad he didn't do that. I hope that never happens again. On another night out during freshers, we had a theme which was back to school, and I wore my glasses as well because I thought that would fit with the whole kind of school geek thing. My glasses end up kind of being on the faces of practically everyone in the club, I think. And eventually when I did get them back, I put them back on for a bit and then realised I still didn't want them, so I hung them back on my shirt. And then a little while later, when I was just about to go out of the club, I kind of looked to put my glasses back on and realised they were no longer on my shirt, so I kind of assumed that someone must still have them, or I was getting confused as to when I hung them or whether people were still wearing them. I ended up kind of just going around staring at people's faces, seeing if they were wearing my glasses, so I must have looked completely ridiculous going around staring at people. And then I thought, what if they've fallen out? So I decided to go around looking on the floor, and I was kind of trying to subtly be on the dance floor and still dancing and having a good time, whilst also trying to look at the ground and look in between people's feet to try and find my glasses. And so I must have looked totally bizarre, being completely awkward on the dance floor, kind of half dancing, half looking at the floor, trying to find my glasses. At one point I sort of forgot that I'd lost my glasses, And then later on in the evening, I was walking across the dance floor and I just saw them on the floor in front of me. Except they weren't quite in the same state that I had had them in previously, because they looked like this. I have absolutely no idea where the other arm's gone, and also it's got a lens missing. So I was totally blind to try and walk home. They're the same colour. I think this one's blue and this one's black. Is that just me being mad? Now I have two pairs of glasses. One is useless and the other one is a replacement which I had to pay for. So that was not only really embarrassing because I had to walk home looking even more drunk than I was because I couldn't see a thing, and because I was stumbling around on the dance floor trying to find them, but also because then I had to buy a new pair of glasses. So that wasn't a very good night, all in all, I have to say. I think that's enough embarrassing stories for now, guys, because it's kind of made me realise how good I am at embarrassing myself and how good I am at making myself look utterly stupid in public. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you have any embarrassing stories of your own, or if you've experienced anything like the embarrassing stories that I have, leave those down in the description below and I will see if your lives are any more embarrassing than mine. I doubt it, but you never know. Please remember, guys, that all of the money from my channel goes to Comic Relief, so by liking and subscribing and commenting and all that kind of thing, you help me raise even more money. If you want to donate directly to Comic Relief or find out more about Comic Relief as a charity and what they do, all the links are down in the description below this video, so go and check that out. Go and check out all of my social networks, which are linked down in the description below in every single video. I'm on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you very much for watching. Bye! Now, of course, because I am totally brilliant in almost every single description of the word, I have had so many brilliant ideas in my lifetime, obviously, because everything I do is brilliant. Oh, if only that was true.